Nothing about that screams man or masculine or that stereotypical like, "Urgh." Hello everyone and happy Friday. Unless you're watching this on a different day, then happy whatever day it is. And today I thought it would be quite fun / frustrating / annoying to try some 5-minute crafts. Now 5-minute crafts are very similar to Troom Troom, and I did do a Troom Troom video a while ago on their life hacks. Spoiler alert, they weren't life hacks. And 5-minute crafts is basically in the same ballpark as what Troom Troom is, and some other channels as well. But I didn't want to just make some generic 5-minute crafts, that would be very boring. So instead I'm going to do some 5-minute crafts for men. Yes, 5-minute crafts has a channel specifically dedicated to men, and actually looking at their channels, because they've got more than one, they've got more than two, they've got loads. They've got their regular 5-minute crafts, 5-minute crafts play, 5-minute crafts men, 5-minute crafts teens, 5-minute crafts recycle, 5-minute crafts girly, 5-minute decor, 5-minute crafts life, 5-minute crafts family, 5-minute crafts versus, 5-minute recipes. It goes on and on and on. Who's behind all of these? And I guarantee you, they're all just as shit as each other. But yeah, since I am a man, I thought their 5-minute man crafts would appeal to me. They should impress me. It should be something that I want to do as a man. And the video I'm going to be making my crafts from is called 30 Magic Ways to Turn Your Garbage into Useful Things. And I think they're playing fast and loose with the word useful. Let's see what we're going to be making first. Oh, manly, man, yeah, oh. I'm going to have to mute their audio. It's just songs all the way through, but I don't want a copyright claim or copyright strike on my channel. I'll replace it with some non-copyrighted music. Okay, so we've got some cocktail straws and they're cutting them. So manly already. Some fishing wire. Okie dokie. Okay. Pull it together. Paint it gold. And you have something that looks like that. Now, would I say this craft is manly? Or would I say this craft is for men? No. And spoiler alert, actually, none of these crafts are for men. Crafts can't just be for men. Crafts can't be just for any gender. It's ridiculous. But anyway, we'll make this manly, I don't even know what it is. Like, it looks ugly as anything. A little plant holder. I don't know why I'm taking this so seriously for. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you want to cut about, maybe it's about that much off. They don't actually tell you how to string it. I'm not entirely sure how to do it. You're basically going to have 4 here. I don't have fishing wire. Well, I do have some in the studio, but I couldn't find it. I struggled on searching through all my boxes and everything, and it's not there, so we're just going to use some yarn. Yeah, they don't really explain how to go through things very well. Okay, so we have like that. Do I tie that in a knot? Or do I go straight up, maybe into here? I don't know. You don't tell us, you give us half instructions. Also, I'm just thinking you could have easily just hot glued this. This is a proper arse on just to make that. No, it can't go straight up on one singular bit of string because then it just does that. So that needs to go through there and connect. It has to. So it has to go back through again, I think. And then I could maybe go up, but it's getting very confusing now because I'm not sure where it starts and where it ends. Oh, you know what? Screw this. I'm not doing it their way. It's such an arse on, like, why? I'm just gonna get my hot glue and glue it together. What a silly, stupid way to do things. Doesn't make any sense at all. I could feel myself getting more and more frustrated as I went on. Mainly because they don't explain it properly, giving you half instructions and expecting you to know what to do. The nerve. I'm just waiting for my glue gun to heat up, and I'm looking at some of the comments on the video. Surprisingly, it's only got 19 comments, and it's got 18,000 views, 357 thumbs up. But someone called Chimarani said, I think that men do not work in the kitchen. This video should be uploaded by 5-minute crafts girly, not by 5-minute crafts men. And then underneath they put, but actually this is a very good video by them. Chiami, you sexist piece of shit. God bless America said, how is this for men? And then one person who finally makes sense is Miss Pella Gingersnaps, who's put even more useless than usual. Thank you, Miss Pella Gingersnaps, you are correct. Okay, is my glue gun heated up now? Right, I'm going to show you how to do this, just in a much easier way, because that is just ridiculous. If you go a bit of glue there, well, you basically know what I'm going to do, don't you? Just glue it together. I suppose the only thing where string would help is that it would be probably is a little bit more stronger, especially if you're suspending a plant from it. I've never put so much effort into something when I know fine well the results aren't going to be worth it. I'm also just thinking as well, this video is about 30 magic ways to turn your garbage into useful things. If you have pre-used cocktail straws, which are paper straws, they'll be all wet and soggy. You're not going to be able to reuse them to make something like this. So it's a complete lie. I'm just thinking actually, because of the shape of this, it probably will be strong enough just with hot glue to support a little plant. Surprisingly strong. Anyway, there's mine. I'm not going to paint it, I'm not going to put a plant in it, I'm not going to put any string on it or anything, because I think it's crap. But you can do it with just hot glue. And you know what, I do actually think that this is a manly craft idea. I can't see a woman wanting to make something like this. I think this only appeals to men. It is that manly. Look at you, you're just like, "Argh." And by the way, that was sarcasm, if you're not aware, because I think that's a load of shite. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, I'm not doing this one, by the way. And I think theirs looks awful. I don't think that looks like a good... It just doesn't look nice. You can see that there in the bottom corner. I made that little pencil lamp. I think that was in an episode of the Blind Pinterest Challenge. It was a while ago. That looks good. That actually looked pretty decent. Their pencil lampshade looked awful. And also, not for men. Okay, they're staining some chest of drawers with some coffee grounds. I bet that they actually varnished that, you know. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. And I think it's awful. Ooh, what could they be making? Fabric? Plastic bottle? What manly thing could they possibly be making? Just fold it in there. Oh, we've made 3, stick them together. Oh, a toilet roll caddy with lacy fringe for men. Now, if we're gonna go down the stereotypical route, if anything, that would appeal more to a woman. Stereotypically, because it's a very feminine craft. Nothing about that screams man or masculine or that stereotypical like "Urgh." It screams very frilly girly. So I also have a feeling that this craft that's on the screen now and all these crafts have probably wound up in compilations of all their different videos on all their different channels, and they just bung any other shit together. It's all lies, it's all reused content. It shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. Like seriously, reused content is not allowed on YouTube. But apparently these people can just get away with it. Anyway, I'm getting angry. I'll go get my materials and we can make that. Even though I don't want to. Okay, so I've got my empty bottle here and it was some orangeade. I'm only going to make one for the purpose of this because... Well, just because I don't really need an excuse. It's a terrible idea. How thick is a toilet roll? So you want it about there. Okay, and since the video is all about turning garbage into crafts, I thought I would just use an old t-shirt for this. And this t-shirt just doesn't fit us anymore. It's an extra small. And I bought it for a Hawaiian themed house party that I had when I was at uni. And I got very pissed. And I've worn it ever since as well, even knowing it was for that. But yeah, it's just a bit faded and a bit small. I thought I would get rid of it. Hot glue. Ah, it's melting my... What the hell? It's deforming my thing, it's melting it. It didn't do that in their video. So we've come into a problem already. It's completely just melted my plastic. It's even melted it over the fabric. Maybe it's my plastic bottle's just really cheap, I don't know. And now we need to glue it in as well. Oh dear. This is going to be so deformed and melted by the time I'm finished that the toilet roll won't even fit in. No. You're all scrunching up, don't. Like, what the hell? This was not a good idea. Okay, I don't think there's any point of finishing this because my toilet roll's not going to fit into it anymore. Because as soon as I put the hot glue on, it just crinkled all my plastic. Ah well, at least I tried. I did try. Okay, let's see what Minecrafts we're doing next. A plastic horse. Okay. This is one that I'm not doing, by the way, because I wasn't going to buy some figurines just for that. It's an okay idea, though. You're cutting up some perfectly fine gloves. See, that's not a craft. That would be considered a life hack. Oh, this is one I am doing. Candle wax, okie dokie. I think that's actually quite a cool idea. Wouldn't consider it a man craft, I would just consider it a craft. But it does look interesting, so it's one I'm going to try out. Okay, I've set up a little janky wax melter over in the corner of the studio there, and I 100% wouldn't recommend doing that at home. I just really couldn't be asked to go downstairs and use the stove. Okay, I have to be quick before this wax solidifies. So you want to pinch like that. Soap water first, then into candle wax, don't burn us, and then onto here. That's worked quite well. Ah, it's pretty good, that. I'm surprised. Well, I'm gonna do some more. This is actually quite a cool idea. 100% not a man craft, but I'm really into it. And it doesn't burn your fingers that much either. It does a little bit, but it's not unbearable or anything. Okay, there we have my finished little branch, and I do think it is a really clever idea. I think because so far I've been so underwhelmed that it's taken my breath away. And I was thinking it was going to be like really fragile, but it's actually quite strong. It's not too bad. Yeah, not mad at that one. Pop it in this wine bottle just so I can keep it. I have a feeling though, if you did proper knock into this or knock it over, it would just all break. Right, let's see what our next man craft is. Yeah, and obviously I did mine in white and they did theirs in red, but it was such a good idea. I think it's very clever. They probably stole it from someone. Uneven folds. They're doing something with toilet rolls. I am not doing this, by the way. The thing is, if you're talking about men and like stereotypical man stuff, if you were to kind of talk about a man stereotypically, would they give a shit about curtains? Would they give a shit about curtain folds? I don't think they would. I know I don't. Couldn't care less. Right, we've got an old bucket now. Some fabric. Some of this stuff, some fabric glue. Okay. By the way, I'm not doing this one, mainly because this is just a lot of work for what the finished product is. Like that is, there's just so much effort for like a little shitty stool that you can put your shoes underneath. Like what is the, no, not for me. No, don't like it. Oh, we've got a resin project here, which I will not be doing because I'm not wasting my resin on this piece of crap. Okay, so like they made an earring out of a bottle cap and put like a flower in and stuff, and they've got like a woman model in it. So I'm just trying to figure out where the appeal is to men. Is it because it's a beer bottle cap? Is that what makes it manly? Is that why it's a manly earring? Because it's a beer bottle cap and all men drink beer? But then you've just put like purple and white little like pearly beads on it in a flower. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to us. I feel like it appeals to no one. Right, I'm doing this one. I'm going to try and do this one. Bolt, because man. Okay, and we braid. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna. Oh, you're so strong. Right, I'm gonna try that one, but I don't think mine's gonna look very good because they don't explain how to make it, and I'm not very good with stuff like that, but I'll give it my best go. Okay, so I didn't have any decent white string, so I'm just gonna use some brown stuff. And I've got some bolts as well, and I'm still not entirely sure how they actually made it. So you've got 6 strands in one. Don't think mine's gonna look very good. It looks like it needs to be quite long. I'd rather have it too long than too short. I've got 6 of them, so tie one end into a knot. I'm giving you instructions on how to make this. I might make it completely wrong. I'm not doing too bad actually, I'm quite surprised. And then what do? They kind of just braid it. I don't know whether there's any specific way on how you do this. As you can see, I've never braided anything in my life. I think I'm just going over the middle one with each of the outer ones. Right, I've got a bit. I'm gonna start adding some nuts onto here. I'm a man! No, I think if you were good at braiding and doing stuff like that, you could actually make this look quite nice, but it's wasted on me because I'm not good at stuff like that. But I feel very just manly and mannish and man crafts. Right, okay, let's see which one's next. This is what I'm not going to be doing because it's a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. Like, really? Would you want to make that? They got obsessed with the palettes. Again, Mancraft. It's a lady doing it. I thought these were specifically for men. It also looks awful. Absolutely terrible. Oof. Oh, like, what? You haven't even been that good with the painting, so I'm not doing that one either. Do I need to explain why I'm not doing that one? I don't think I do. Oh, I am doing this one. Some dry branches, a piece of cardboard, glue the sticks on, and now what are we doing next? Ah, and then a mirror. Ooh. I definitely 100% would not call that like a manly decor piece. I would say it's more rustic. It looks alright. I'm not mad at it. But again, not specifically for a man. But I think I'll stick my mirror in first. I know they did theirs last, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense because I'll probably measure it all wrong. I think you always look terrible when you look down. Your face just kind of like drops. And see all your double chins, your triple chins. Anyway, right, let's snap some branches and stick these on. Ah. Okay, so here's my mirror, and you know what, it's not too bad of an idea. The only issue I have is that you can see the cardboard behind it, and you can actually see the cardboard behind theirs as well. And that's because sticks are all different shapes and sizes. It's impossible. Like, I've tried to stick them as close as I can together, but you're always going to see that bit of cardboard behind it. But still, compared to all the other crafts we've done, it's alright. Mancrafts! Like, I just find that unnecessary. What is the point? Surely you already have like a little scrubber brush in your house. Do you honestly have to make one? Or you could have even just used the scrubber on its own. You didn't need to use the plastic. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this one either. This one is suspicious as well. Give us 1 second, I'll show you what I mean. So there's painting it normally. There, look. Can you see that? Where the tape is, it's already peeled off. You can see even where the dark blue bit is, they've already peeled it off and then they've stuck the tape back on to then peel it off again. Maybe they forgot to film it? I don't know. We already know you've already peeled it off. It doesn't look too bad though, it's fine. You've got a bit out of the lines though, bloody hell. I wouldn't have done a close-up of that. Right, this bit is hilarious. So they're struggling to paint around this light switch. It's very, very difficult, it's hard to paint. They've got paint all over that light switch. So they're going to make an invention to help that. This is going to be the solution. Looking good so far. A sponge, sticking it to a bit of plastic. And a gem. Fantastic. And then what you go and do? You get even more paint all over the light switch. Did you see that? Wait there, I want to give you... Look at the state of that. The mess. Why'd you put close-ups in your videos to show how shit everything is? At least step back so it looks kind of passable. And then this is where the video becomes really strange because obviously it's a craft YouTube channel. And this is 30 amazing... What's the title of this video? 30 magic ways to turn your garbage into useful things. Now I think the next 4 minutes of this video is just different ways on how to put rubbish into a bin. There's a few different things like this, like sucking it to create like airtight things. But in amongst all of this, there's just different ways on how to recycle rubbish and flatten rubbish and fold a bit of paper, and it doesn't really make any sense. Like you flattened a milk carton and you're folding it up. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Yeah, and it just keeps going on and on. I assume they added them extra bits in to add it up to 30 and say, oh, 30 magic ways to turn your rubbish into useful things. Basically, the entire video doesn't make sense and it was completely pointless. And I think that does it for me creating 5-minute crafts. Mancrafts. And it's safe to say that these crafts are not man crafts at all. These crafts are not specifically targeted towards men at all. And I personally don't believe that crafts can be specific genders. I don't think you can have male crafts. I don't think you can have female crafts. It's just crafts. And I also think 5-Minute Crafts could have put that compilation of ideas into any one of their channels and it would have fit perfectly fine in with any of them because they're all just the same. And the fact that these channels have millions and millions of subscribers and are earning so much money, it's honestly mind-blowing. And I am tempted to do a little deep dive in a 5-Minute Craft, and especially on the girl 5-Minute Crafts, and maybe do another video doing girl crafts to see how they compare with one another, because I can guarantee they'll be no different, like at all. Anyway, if you enjoyed this crap fest, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!